Obviously, Adam going to Minnesota. What are what's the range of emotions for you with him going back home as your friend, but also losing him as a teammate?
Yeah, obviously that's it's part of the business. Someone who obviously has meant so much to us over these last couple of years on the field, but even more off the field. You guys get to see the Sundays, but what he's meant to the team, just in the locker room, the leader he's been, all that stuff. It's stuff that it's part of the business. I get. We're always gonna be close. I'm always gonna be rooting for him and his success. So. But with that being said, we're the Panthers obviously, and I have all the confidence in the world in the group that we have here in the receiver core and the offense. We have a lot of young guys that are ready to step up, ready to keep going. Guys that are hungry, that are working hard. So I'm excited for the group.
He seemed to consistently be openly positive about you and back you up throughout those last 2 years. How much did having a guy like that, along with Andy and some of the other vets, buy into you and your performance and stick by you?
Yeah, I mean, it meant a ton. I couldn't ask for a better vet receiver to come into the league with, to have those conversations with, to learn from. Again, him as a person, one of the best people I've been around here, and same as a player. So I'm always going to wish him the best. And again, for us now, obviously that's the nature of the business. You have to turn the page. You have to, figure out what's tangible, what we can work on, what we can do as a team to be the best version of the Panthers we can, and that's what we're focused on.
Talk to y'all after the announcement?
Yeah, it's everything happens really quickly. He was here for a second, just here early like he is, and then had to go. But I was able to see him, to talk to him. So obviously I'll keep that between us. But that's the business.
Right, he was a guy you trusted from the very beginning, just his route running sharp and everything. How do you replace that? And what's that say that the Panthers were willing to move on from that as far as where your progress is?
Yeah, I don't think that it's something you replace. It's just everyone, steps up and becomes the best version of themselves. Like you said, obviously Adam has been huge for us as offense. I have all the trust in the world in the front office and the coaching staff. It's not someone now has to change their game to do something else. We have a ton of great guys. We have all the confidence in the world in the receiver room. So it just becomes more opportunity and for guys to step into who they are, continue to grow and build. So we just want everyone to continue to be themselves.
It had been hard for guys like Jalen and T-Mac and all of them to get those opportunities you're referencing if Adam was back again.
That's not really up for me to decide. I execute the game plan, do his best, but rotations, all that stuff, that's the front office, that's the coaching staff. They handle all that. But with how it is now, there'll be plenty of opportunity, and we have a great group.
Jalen seemed to thrive when Adam was sidelined last year because he was kind of making up for him in the lineup. What did you see from Jalen as he kind of down that stretch once you came back? What did you see from him, and then what have you seen from him heading into this summer and heading into the season?
Yeah, it was just great to watch him last year, just coming to his own, get more and more reps, get more comfortable in the system. Someone that we feel super confident in, whatever his role is, and playing, all the positions. Again, everything's new, so the coaching staff decides his role is what everyone's role is. It'll be something we decide ongoing, but from there all the way till now in the off season, you just see more of him coming out. He's not having to think about plays and what to do, but being able to be the dynamic playmaker he is, him be able to bring all that he does to the game. So we're excited to continue to watch him grow.
Bryce, you look at that room now, there's, outside of David, a lot of youth in there, guys in their first year, their second year, obviously you're in your third season. In your role that you're at, how can you help bring those guys along so that you can kind of see the continuation of what you guys were able to do offensively last year?
Yeah, just all of us working together, staying in communication. The great thing about this group, like you said, it's young, and it's a lot of young guys that want to be great. That are hungry, want to work, want to be the best version of themselves, see the best offense we can be. So us continuing to have conversations, us push each other. Obviously as a quarterback, for me to lead by example on and off the field, and then make sure that we're all on the same page when it comes to practices. And I'm grateful to have a group like that where that's not difficult. They want to hear what I have to say. They want to be on the same page. So just us continuing to do that is going to be super important.
What do you know about Icky's situation and his, possibly going into the season without your starting left tackle?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Obviously, the doctor side of it. Not a doctor, but but obviously, Icky's healing up right now. Talked to him yesterday, and for him, it sucks even. There's no one that wants to be back on the field more than him. If it was up to him, he would have got up off the table and tried to come back and practice. That's the type of competitor he is. But, those aren't my decisions. Regardless of who it is, I'm going to have a ton of confidence in whoever's called up, whoever it may be. I'm always confident in the line.